Turkish friends, welcome to another Tag Tuesday video. Today I'm going to do a Jane Austen themed tag, which is called Jane Austen Heroes tag. This tag was originally created by Melissa at Libraries and Labradors. I will link her original tag video down below. I think I have not been tagged in this tag, but if I have, I'm sorry that I didn't notice, and thank you for tagging me. We have 7 questions based on the leading man and the antagonists of the Jane Austen novels. The first prompt is Mr. Darcy. Pick a book you thought you wouldn't like but ended up loving. Although I have been pleasantly surprised by many books, but most of them were I thought I would like them, but didn't think that I would love them so much. But this one book in particular, I thought that I would DNF it when I read the synopsis, and I read it for the book club, which is The Door by Magda Szabo. When you read the synopsis, it looks like it just talks about a relationship between a young woman and her housemate. But it was a surprisingly engaging book, and I really liked it very much. The second prompt is Mr. Collins. Pick a book you said nope to, which means DNF. I twice DNF'd Illuminae by Amie, Kaufman and Kristoff. I really couldn't get on with the humor, although I decided to give this book another chance. When I was very much annoyed by the humor, I decided not to stress myself over a book that I'm certainly not enjoying. The third prompt is Wickham. Pick a book with a misleading cover. I will choose Doğu'daki Hayalet by Pierre Loti, which has an English title of The Ghost in the Orient. Although the title is also misleading, this cover certainly hints at a paranormal incident. On the other hand, it's just a non-fiction book in which the traveler tries to find the trail of his ex-lover. Fourth prompt is Mr. Knightley. Pick a childhood favorite that has stuck with you throughout thick and thin. When I reread many of my childhood favorites, I unfortunately did not find them as fascinating as I did when I was a little child. But Pollyanna by Eleanor H. Porter gave a different perspective. When I first read the book as a child, of course I identified with Pollyanna, the child. But when I read it as an adult and as an aunt, I mostly identified with Aunt Polly, and I thought she was a very strong and fascinating woman. Prompt 5. Edward Ferrars. Pick a book that keeps coming back to your mind that you can't stop thinking about. I will say Still Alice by Liza Genova. Whenever one of my friends talks that an elder relative has Alzheimer's, I immediately think of Still Alice, how the people who are taking care of patients with Alzheimer's also have a very difficult time, as well as the patients themselves. So it is a book that I keep mentioning and think of so many times. Prompt 6. Willoughby. Pick a book that sounded so good but ended up disappointing you. The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. The premise of the book was wonderful. It was an intergalactic story, and in one of the planets there were no genres. Although the book was about this theme, I thought the execution was unfortunately very boring. And there were some sections in which almost nothing happened. One of my most disappointing books that I read last year. And the last, but of course not the least, Jane Austen hero is Captain Wentworth, my favorite ever. Pick an underrated book that deserves more love. I will say The Woman in Black by Susan Hill. Although the readers who read it do find it very engaging, and also a very good light horror book with a really good plot twist in the end. I think not many people have read this book, and it is sort of the same with Persuasion. Many people have read Pride and Prejudice and love Mr. Darcy, but when they read Persuasion and meet Captain Wentworth, most of the time they love the book almost as much as Pride and Prejudice, if not more. It's the same with the comparison of Mr. Darcy with Captain Wentworth. Woman in Black by Susan Hill is a book that needs to be read and loved by many other readers. So those are my answers for Jane Austen Heroes tag. I will tag 6 friends who are doing Jane Austen July. I've tried to check their channels and see if they did this tag or not, and I think they didn't. I will tag Kelly at Books I'm Not Reading, Debra in Booking with Debra, Marilyn Maya at Marilyn Maya Mendoza, Novel Idea, Boon Queens and Books Elizabeth, and Naomi at Naomi's Bookshelf. Would really very much like to learn their answers about the Jane Austen heroes. Please comment down below who's your favorite Jane Austen hero. Mine is definitely Captain Wentworth, as almost all of you know. If you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye! For Turkish word of the day, since we are talking about the leading man in Jane Austen novels, I thought man should be the word of the day. Man means erkek in Turkish, and erkek is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day!